this is a triumph for the little guy, and I think people are really going to love this film. I have someone I'd love for you to meet. Friends, I'm here with the real Coach Kennedy and his wife Denise Kennedy. How exciting is it to see your life story on the big screen?
This is so weird. There's no words that could possibly describe it. It's awesome.
Well, it is awesome. I have a few friends that have had their life story out there. This could be so meaningful to so many people.
That's what I'm hoping for, that people will be inspired that if average people like us could do this, imagine what we could do together.
I love this thought. I love the thought of unity in such a polarized world. What's your greatest hope here?
I hope that specifically that women feel empowered to stand up for their marriage, so I was the HR director for the school district, and I had to ultimately fire my husband from his job, and there was some intense fellowship in that, and we went through the toughest time in our marriage, and it came to like the 11th hour, the 59th minute with the 59th second, and if it hadn't been for God, we would not have made it. And I am just hoping that women across the nation will understand that standing for your marriage makes a difference.
I love that. And I always say, stick around for the good stuff, because it's not always good. But it's funny how if you expect it to be good eventually, you can get through, persevere, and you'll come out on the other end.
Amen. That's what you got to do, is just wait it out. God's going to have you.
You know, so many people on both sides of the aisle are mindful people. They do mindfulness, they pray, they meditate, they say affirmations, they do all these wonderful things, and it's wonderful that you take a stand.
Man, you got me there. Yeah, we really need to be able to stand up as Americans. That's a great thing about our country, is that we have equality for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what your beliefs are. All of that is irrelevant, that we're all made in the image of God, and we can all enjoy that freedom.
Right, and I think a lot of people need that extra strength. They need to be built up a little bit, and we count on our teachers and our coaches to build us up so that we become strong people.
Amen.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you. Thank you for supporting this and for being here.
Thank you.
You got a tough job. You really
Amen,
did.
sister. Amen.
All right, sister. All right, let's have a big amen. Amen. Thank you. Okay. Hi, friends. I'm here with Raymond Arroyo and Rebecca Arroyo. Good to know you have a beautiful wife.
No, well, you see, look, this is why I hide her. If I put her out front, nobody would pay me any attention. 30 years this November, if you can believe it, we've been together.
Well, that's beautiful. You know, some of us last decades, and I'm too down, one to go to catch up. But tell me what you're doing on Fox right now.
Well, I'm, as you know, I'm on the Ingram angle regularly. I mean, I bounce around on a lot of the shows. We're covering this wild campaign, and I interviewed Coach Joe Kennedy, who's the subject of this Average Joe movie, when he was bringing his case to the Supreme Court. So it's kind of surreal that a couple of years later, they asked me to do a cameo in this movie playing a journalist. So it comes full circle. The reality meets the surreal.
Right. And what do you hope for, Rebecca?
I'm hoping it's successful. I love positive, good stories. We need good stories today. So, you know, go Average Joe. Yay!
I'm guilty of watching a little bit of the news, if you know what I mean, and then having to turn on a Hallmark movie just so I can fall asleep at night.
Wash it away. Look, you can't marinate in the misery, particularly in election season. That's why projects like this, uplifting projects that touch real lives and about a real person who went out and fought for his values, not only physically as a Marine, but later as a citizen. These are stories we should pay attention to, emulate, and focus on, because it washes away a lot of the overheated rhetoric, the political ideology that can cloud and ruin our days and friendships. This is what it's all about, banding together as Americans and uniting to battle over the things that really matter and touch all our lives.
Right. Well, one of my friends told her husband that she had a problem with wine, and he said, "No, you actually don't. You have a problem with news. You got to turn it off sometimes."
Yeah,
There
you
you
do.
go.
Look,
There you go.
there's a time for watching and a time for stepping away.
Yeah.
Balance is everything. As you know, Doc, balance is everything.
Fill your brain with something positive.
Well, thank you for keeping it interesting and fun. You do a beautiful job. I'm wishing you all the best.
Oh, thank you, Doc. Great to see you.
I'm here with Andrea Figliomeni, and she is one of the stars of the film. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here.
And this film is going to be very meaningful to a lot of people. So tell me about your experience.
Well, I think that faith is such an important thing in so many people's lives, and I think that obviously whatever it means to anybody is so important, and I love people being able to express what they want to express, no matter what. Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's really important that we are not stifled, because when you can express, you can think. When you can think, you can solve problems. Whatever brings you strength, mindfulness of any kind can't be a bad thing.
Absolutely. I believe that too.
So who do you play in this film?
I play 20s Denise.
Okay. And she is the wife of the coach.
Yeah. And she had a really tough time before everything came together for her in Coach, and I'm really excited to share her story.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
See you later. I'm here with Ezra Richardson, and you play the young coach in Average Joe, right?
Yeah,
Was this a new family experience for you?
this was an incredible experience. I've been telling everybody this is the best experience of my entire life, and I love being a part of it and meeting everybody and talking to everybody. Everybody was so incredible.
Very positive movie, giving people hope, a little bit of an underdog story, and of course, a little bit of a history lesson too. What did you learn?
What I learned, honestly, I learned a lot from Joe's court case, but really his entire life, how he just persevered through everything and always kept his faith and stood up for what he believed in. That's one of the things I really learned and got built stronger through the movie.
Yeah, a lot of power in taking a stand.
There really is.
Yes. And luckily, well, we don't want to be a spoiler here, but the Supreme Court did rule on this.
Yeah, they did. They ruled in favor of Coach, so that's kind of why we have this movie, I guess.
Well, it's why we have the Bill of Rights, so that we know that we have the right.
That is true, yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you have coming up?
Well, I'm just really excited in the next few weeks for Average Joe to come out and just to watch that with all my family and friends, and I hope everybody else goes to watch it too.
Me too. I'll enjoy watching you for sure, my friend.
All right, thank you. It's been great.
Hi, I'm here with Michael Scott and Claudia Igna. And Michael Scott is the producer of this film. Not only this film, Average Joe, but God's Not Dead, an amazing, prolific series.
Yes, it's been an honor to be part of this film and the other ones that we've done, and I'm just so happy it's finally come. You know, it's like that moment when it comes to fruition. It's all happening right now, so it's like exciting.
Yeah, this is a great story. It's a real triumph for the Bill of Rights, which should not be questioned.
That's right. You know, I think we need more. I think what Coach Kennedy did, putting it all on the field, and then he was stopped for it, but he was willing to go the extra mile to overturn what he did in the Supreme Court, the Lemon Law, is monumental. And I think the world will truly never fully understand the impact that this is going to have. And making a movie on his story has been just an honor.
Well, there have been a lot of recent triumphs for freedom of speech, as well there should be, but this is a beautiful story. I can't wait to see it, but I already know what to expect a little.
There you go. I love it. Have you seen it yet, or not? You haven't got it? Okay, it's so well done. Harold, the director, is phenomenal. The actors, everybody, it's been great. And I'm just being honored to get it out to theaters. In 10 days, it comes out in theaters. It's going to be awesome to see, and then I'm excited to see what happens.
Well, we'll be seeing you next week in Scottsdale as well. Is that named after you or me?
Oh, I think it's definitely after you. I'm just riding on your coattails.
Oh, no. It's actually named after a minister. Did you know that? Yeah. It's definitely a Scott that was a minister.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. Now I see I learned something. Every time I come to a premiere, I learn something. This is the fact I'm going to tell. It's a missionary that did it.
Here we are on Hollywood Boulevard doing the history of Arizona. Hey, it's all good. And I am so excited for every film you've done. I think they're just incredible. Are you going to be in any of these films, or have I?
Not sure yet.
Okay, well.
She had a little part in God's Not Dead, but she did not have one in this one. But we'll see, maybe in the future. Look at her. She is a star in the making.
Absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful to meet you, too. And look forward to this film, people. This is going to be a big one.
Thank you so much, C. Thank you.
Thank you. Really exciting here tonight, and all I can say is please share this with a friend, and always know suffering is optional. Life is what you make it. That's the moral of the story.